Hello, everybody. Thanks for checking out today's broadcast. My name is Jonathan. Today is day 163 of my 3 year challenge or goal or commitment or whatever you want to call it to take care of my health and wellness and get it under control. If it's your first time checking out my video, a little bit about me is I am 38 years old, married with 4 children. Carrie's checking in. Hey, Carrie, thanks for checking in. Back at the end of October, I decided to start taking my weight more serious and losing weight serious, and I began this recording these videos or going live during the days. And in the 163 days that I've been going, I have lost 100 and I wonder how close I am. I'm almost like at the time where it's hitting the 1 pound a day now. Let me see what I'm at. So 519.8 168. So over the course of the next week or so, I'm gonna hit that kind of 1 pound a day average. I've been well over 1 pound a day. Obviously, I started off hitting 2 pounds a day at the end of the fast that I had. So, anyways, so I've been going for 4.5 months. I've lost about a pound a day at this point. It has been going really well. To start off the weight loss, I did do a very long extended water fast, and then we switched to a whole food plant-based diet, and we've been eating a whole food plant-based diet free of salt, oil, and sugar here for the past few months now, and it's been going really good. If anybody has any non-scale victories they want to share, I'd love to hear those. If anybody has any questions or comments, I'd love to see those as well. If you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. After you subscribe, make sure you click on the bell icon for notifications, so you will get notified when I go live, which is generally about 4 p.m. Central Time during the weekdays. I also have an Instagram, which is at Fasting, FAHSTING, and then we have a Discord as well, which is down in the description below. Make sure you join the Discord, introduce yourself, let us know what you got going on, and see what we can do. As far as stuff today, I don't have a whole lot of new stuff since Friday. The weekend here was pretty dreary and gloomy and just kind of blah. We were really busy both days, Saturday and Sunday, so there wasn't a lot of time for enjoying ourselves, even if the weather would have been nicer. But we did have an event on Saturday that kept us busy. We managed food wise fine. I don't know if I talked about it on Friday, but we did get a resupply of our dehydrated mangoes. So I'm super excited about having those over the weekend. Probably gained 10 pounds eating those, but it is what it is. Carrie says she got a ton of steps in over the weekend, though, which is great. My step thing has been, I've been hitting my step goals now here that my foot's been getting better as well. It was something I've explained it before, but my watch pretty much just takes an average of the steps that I've done and then says, hey, try to hit this many steps. And while I was kind of not moving around a lot with my ankle, that average went way down. And so the last couple days I've been hitting the step goal that the watch kind of gives me an alert and says, hey, you hit 5,000 or 6,000, or for a while there I was doing over 10,000 steps a day for probably a week and a half. I had 10,000 steps a day, or a week at least, and then I started having that ankle pain and I just quit walking altogether. So it has been a little bit slower going with my steps, but I'm working on getting them up again. Like I just kind of said, my ankle's feeling much better. It is still like when I wake up, it's still real sore. And if find myself using it a lot or standing on it for an extended period of time, it is also getting sore at those times, but nothing that I can't get over. And I definitely can at least stand on it, which is a huge improvement over what it was all last week. All right. Gosh, I didn't even really get a whole lot to even together to go over. I've been trying to listen to the book, but I haven't been great about it. I've been really busy with work, and so I just catch myself thinking about work all the time when I'm driving or thinking about other things and not remember to turn the book on. And the book really, I feel like, deserves my attention and not just to be played in the background. I find that if I'm distracted, the book, he's talking for 2 or 3 minutes, and then I have to rewind, and then whatever triggered me to wander in my mind was probably something that they said, and I just hear that again and I wander again, I think is what happens. So I've tried to get better about listening to the book. It's really it's How Not to Die by Dr. Greger, and he really breaks down a lot of things. He introduces information from a lot of studies. I think that he a lot of it's reliant on that there's been tests with chemical, like how fruits and vegetables react chemically to things, but there's not actually like studies that have been like clinical, lots of people studies on these individual things. He can say when a blueberry is introduced to this in a petri dish, this happens because somebody did that test, but nobody has taken that information and then said, okay, we're going to test this on 10,000 people. So, because there's not a lot of like he kind of jokes, the vegetables, they don't have the lobbying and the money behind it to do or to fund those research projects, keep those things going. But yeah, so I don't know, just kind of it was a normal, just blah weekend, I guess. So that's why I don't have a whole lot to go over with since Friday. I mean, it's so yeah. I mean, I'm feeling great. It's one of the things I guess that I could talk about was, uh, you know, people continuing to ask me about the mental clarity and about do you really feel as good as you say you're feeling? And I really do. I really feel like it's a better feeling than I've ever had from losing weight. And I think a big part of it too is that I feel like so much of it is me doing the work too, or us doing the work. Carrie's doing a lot of the work with the cooking, but as far as diets I've done in the past, I've relied on supplements and pills and ephedra and phenermine and those things. And while I've been enjoying, I enjoyed losing the weight and I enjoyed the comments. Maybe a little bit of it in the back of my head, it was always kind of the appetite suppressors that was really getting me through it. And with this diet, I don't. I mean, the appetite suppressors would probably help, but it's not. I don't need them, and I could eat as much as I want as long as it's on diet and not feel guilty. And that's what it's slowly starting to sink in that I can do that and not feel like I'm screwing up. Carrie's saying, yeah, all we're doing is eating plants, no tracking, stressing, etc. She likes it. Yeah, it's the, and like even like the dinner we had yesterday, I didn't end up getting seconds of it, but I didn't need it, but like I could have, and I didn't feel bad about it. And I did take seconds from the night before. I don't know what we had. Carrie makes this chili and this quinoa dish that are pretty much the same thing. But so I think we had one on Friday and Saturday. But the only time that I almost maybe feel guilty is when we have the miso soups, because there's a little bit of there's sodium in that that is counteracted by some other chemicals that are in it apparently, but you can definitely taste the sodium and or the saltiness, and it definitely makes you want to go and get another bowl of it and eat more of it because it's so good. But uh but overall, I feel maybe a little guilty about how much I had in dehydrated mangoes, but again, I overate dehydrated mangoes. It wasn't like I overate ice cream or brownies or something crazy. It's just a food that my body probably won't do much for processing a lot of it anyways. It'll just say, "Hey, we got plenty of the stuff we need from that," or uh yeah. And so I think it'll be mostly waste anyways, but it tasted good when I ate it. Uh, and so, yeah, like I said, that's continually being the issue that I'm trying to overcome, is not feeling guilty about what I'm eating. The soy and miso counteracts the sodium. It's in the book I'm reading, which I haven't gotten to that point yet. So I'll have to continue reading to find out all of the information about that. I'm pretty sure that Dr. Greger drinks or has that miso soup a lot, I think is what Carrie was saying. So so it's something where I don't know that it's I don't know that I've cured. It's not even cured. Sometimes I feel like I'm overeating, and I feel guilty about it. And it's because of every diet I've ever had or every experience I've ever had, that if I overate what I was eating, that it was not good for me to do that. Uh and so yeah, and I don't stop myself from going in and getting a second bowl, because I'm able to rationalize and kind of talk myself through it in my headspace. But uh it's so different than any other diet, than any diet. Like going back for seconds is not it, it's not something that is accepted or a part of any other diet I've ever been on. And so uh it's just been weird. Like it's not that I enjoy it. I like that I can go and have more food and I can finish the day with a full stomach or feel satisfied. But it's still weird to be losing weight and to be happy with how things are going. And I'm not looking to lose record breaking amounts of weight anymore. I already did that. I already lost stupid amount of weight in a stupid amount of time. And so I don't need to do that. I just want to eat how I'm supposed to eat the rest of my life, and then weigh what I'm supposed to weigh the rest of my life. And slowly it's coming, but it's been a little more difficult, just because, like I said, it just it you shouldn't. I guess the I was gonna say is you shouldn't be able to eat that much, but that's exactly what it is that you should be able to eat as much as you need to eat and be satisfied. You just can't eat the foods that you necessarily have been trained to eat or that you've eaten your whole life. Uh, we should be eating the volume of food that we need, but the food is just far too calorie dense than it was ever supposed to be. And so now that we're eating more nutrient dense and less calorie dense foods, things are getting better overall for us with it. So that would be the only, like I said, the only kind of thing I had from this weekend was just a couple times, or I went and got seconds, or I ate more mango, and uh, I just kind of felt guilty about it. But I'm learning to not feel guilty about it, and so eventually someday uh, I won't, and maybe it'll be when I'm closer to my goal, or what it'll be. But uh, it's just taken some time, and yeah, and so that's interesting too that I'm going to be hitting that kind of 1 pound average here in the next week. Like I've been, I mean, the first week I lost like 30 pounds in 7 days. So I went from having like a 4 pound a day average to getting right to that 1 pound a day. And I think it's probably, if I had to guess, it'll probably even out around uh, a half to 2/3 of a pound loss every day, which would be great over the course of the 1,000 days I'm going to be doing that. Losing 3/4 of a pound or 2/3 of a pound each day eventually is really going to be add up, and that's it's already like I said, I'm feeling great. My body I feel like looks so much better. My upper body chest is all thinned out. As far as like my neck, you can see my collarbone more, things like that. So I am definitely seeing signs of the damage from the long term being overweight, the skin stretching, and now it's kind of creating little pockets of loose skin. And so that is another thing I'll have to deal with mentally. But overall, I'm just happy to be down the weight, to be mobile. If my ankle would have been the way it was this past week and I was 160 pounds heavier, I don't know how. I don't know how I would have managed that. I don't like. I think about that a lot with these couple times, and just how I even did anything is amazing. But anyways, it's gone now, or it's over now. So but for me today, I don't really have much else. I will be back on tomorrow. We'll weigh in on Wednesday. But Carrie says I don't know how. Yeah, I would have managed that either. I mean, that's we would have maybe had less going on, or like that's another thing too. Is we might not have had as much going on if I was heavier, because we wouldn't have put that on our plates either. I mean, for both of us. But like I said, that's going to be it for me today. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the bell notifications so you know when I go live. The Instagram is @Fasting, and the Discord is in the link down below. That'll be good for 1 week here. So hit all those things up. I'll be back on tomorrow, and just kind of keep checking in, keep holding myself accountable, let you guys know anything new going on or any struggles. But I really am just kind of in this long period here for a while. It's going to be just living life, just doing it day by day. And so that's what we're doing now. So again, thanks for checking out the broadcast. I will see everybody later. Have a great afternoon.